Welcome to Coastal Foraging with Craig Evans. Here in West Wales again on a lovely winter's day. It's midwinter, January the 23rd. We're not going to do any cooking today, but we're going to walk along the beach on this low spring tide. It's about 0.4 of a metre. One of the reasons I'm here is that I gathered some native oysters at another location further upstream, and I'm going to release these back into the wild. So hope you enjoy my walk, and I'll speak to you later. There's a nice little find now on one of the stones. It's a sea lemon, sea slug. So we'll pick it up. Largest one I've ever seen, that. Now, sea slugs, they feed on sponges and other organisms, and just there you can see the gills which it uses to breathe. So we put that back amongst the sponges, and there's some sponges there. They're breadcrumb sponges, and they come in various colours, greens, oranges, yellows, browns. Another sponge there, and yeah, we'll carry on. Just before I release the oysters back into the wild, show where we are. And, across there in the flats, if you can make out quite a number of birds. There are rooks, ravens, looking now at the grey heron. I can hear some curlews, plenty of herring gulls, and I normally see a few geese here as well. So looking down, there is some what's called sea wash, which is the eggs of the edible whelk. Very common here. There's lots of them, and some very young delicious edible sugar kelp, and on it see some other, my eyes aren't that good, it looks like some kind of periwinkle type organism. Okay, so I'm going to put the oysters, throw them out into the estuary. Next to the oysters now there's an empty egg case of a dogfish. Not actually empty, you can see the egg inside, but it looks as if some of the seabirds have tried to eat it, but very common anyway. So we'll throw the oysters out now. Like that. And the other one, Llew thinks they're stones, so he's going to try and catch them. Try this one now. There we are. They are gone, so they'll hopefully spawn and add to the biodiversity here. A nice mermaid's purse again. This time it's fully formed and alive. Show you close up. There's a baby shark in there. I believe it's a smooth hound or a bull huss. Not 100% sure, but I'll check it. This area now is extreme low tide on the spring tide. An area of rocks which is only exposed probably at this height of tide about 3 or 4 times a year. There's a Llew up there in the background, and there are a number of birds there taking advantage of the exposure and trying to eat anything they can, particularly mermaid purses, you know, the eggs of young sharks, amongst other things. There's herons there, oyster catchers. I can see rooks and a few different types of seagulls. Just come across an old bottle now. This is quite old. I can't quite make out the wording, but it's well over 100 years old and it's intact. So we'll take it back to the souvenir. Looking at this rock now, there's a species of scallop which is on it. Unusual sponges, seaweeds. Just turned this stone over now, and under it was this xantho, picrus crab. Put it back. Another one of these scallop species. There's some of the broad-clawed porcelain crabs, and it's just a few more little crabs there, and some sea wash. What's important is I always return the stone back exactly as it was. Looking down at this rock now, and you can see what the birds are after. They're after the eggs of the dogfishes. Just to show you the different types of sponge. There's an orange sponge, or an orange peel sponge. Another one just there, next to an edible periwinkle shell, but there's look closely, it's the home of a hermit crab which hides in there. Put it back. Just turn this stone over now, see what's under it. You can hear Llew barking in the background. Let's have a look. Oh yes, there we are. There's a velvet swimming crab with its paddles on its back legs and its red eyes. Pretty animal, too small to eat though, but tasty when they're big enough. Put it back. And what else have we got? We've got where are we? Okay, there's a xantho crab, picrus crab. That's a normal size, but not much meat. We'll put them back as well. When you're foraging on the shore, you never know what you come across. I was hoping to find one of these, but looking at it, and there it is. My favourite seafood, which is king scallop. I think it's called Pectin maximus. It's been probably washed up by the winter storms, but what it has on the back end of it, it has American slipper limpets, which is one of the reasons why we're here, to gather some of these to eat. Try and show you these later on. So we'll that's a nice find and my favourite food, especially raw. Put it in the bag then and we'll take it away. Because it's low tide, we're below the level of the kelp forest, and these are rarely exposed to the air, and I think it's a fantastic habitat. So I'm standing now in about 2 feet of water, my waders, and you can see that they are kelps, and you can see they're very useful holdfasts. That's what they do when they attach themselves and grow from the rocks, and that holdfast itself is a home for many animals. Things like slipper limpets and blue-rayed limpets, lots of invertebrates. And if we come further up, you can see different algae, which is this purple encrusting algae, with the sponges living underneath and amongst kelp holdfasts. Further up again, we can see the different sponges there, and some of the introduced American slipper limpets. Even though it's midwinter, plenty to eat here. I've mentioned the scallop earlier on, so there's some dulse seaweed, delicious, dried. And you can see the tide coming in now, and on the top of this rock, amongst the serrated wrack and the false Irish moss and sponges, nice little find on the top there is a beautiful painted top shell. It's If you look at the colours of it, it's edible. But one of the most prettiest shells that we have here in Wales. So I'll put it back on to get on with its life. So one of my favourite pastimes is lifting logs. You never know what you're going to find under them. So we'll lift this one up. And oh yes, there we are. You can see a number of xantho crabs. And you can see they come in various colours. And Slew's having a good sniff. Okay. Now there's an old limpet shell. But here, just to show the viewers in North America and the Pacific coast, this is our version of your uni. And we don't eat these because they're not big enough. You've got far bigger ones in the Pacific Northwest. So my friend Taku from Outdoor Chef Life, he cooks these and does a very fine job of it. So we put it back, and as always, there are lots of other things under rocks. We look under the stone itself. I'm looking on there now. So you can see that's a sea cucumber, member of the starfish family. And there are a few bristle stars I've just seen there somewhere, along with the broad-clawed porcelain crabs. We'll, like we always do, very important, put the rocks back as you found them. So under this stone here now, just found a couple of the shore urchins. There we are. Pretty things. Always green, always have purple tips. So we'll come back. What's Llew doing? A good boy. We'll turn this stone over now, see what's there. There's a nice small stone. And oh, there we are. There's a juvenile edible crab. Put him back where he's from. And there's also looks like a Dahlia anemone there. Stone back. It's big enough, small enough to lift up one-handed. And oh yes, a few things there. There's one of the xantho crabs. Put him to one side. There's a little fish. This is called a snake pipefish, member of the seahorse. Sorry, not a snake. It's called a worm pipefish. A snake pipefish are much bigger, and they've got lovely iridescent blue bands along them. Member of the seahorse family. And if you can focus in on the mouth, a very tiny mouth which feeds on plankton in the water column. So we put him back in there. Then we've also got a green worm. I'm not sure of the species, so we put that back, and you can see in there little broad-clawed porcelain crabs rummaging about. And up here we have a bootlace worm, said to be one of the longest organisms in the world, because I think the record is something like about 53 metres, even longer than a blue whale. Pick this stone up now, see what's under this one. Wow, lots of life on there. See all the lovely edible pediminters. We'll take a few. There's also lots of these little top shells, thousands of them. So it's a nice stone now. Any flat stone with water under it has the potential of holding something in it. So we'll pick this one up. Doesn't seem to be much there. We'll always have a little rummage in there. What's this? Oh, there we are. Very young dogfish. It's a juvenile. They grow to about 3 times that long. He doesn't like being handled. He's trying to bite me. His proper name is the lesser spotted dogfish or cat sharks. So we'll put him back to grow on now. And this is what the egg cases we saw earlier, the smaller ones, but this wouldn't have made it because this is probably just about a year old, this one. Put it back in the water. Now under this stone where Llew is sniffing now, I've just seen a fish go underneath. I think it's a three-bearded rockling of a good size. I'll turn the stone over and try and catch it, and if it's big enough we'll take it back to eat, if we can catch it. Llew, what's the forth boy? Llew, what's the forth? There we are, so under that stone there's the small velvet swimming crab. But you can see the rockling there swimming about, and where is he? Is he big enough to eat? Yes, but I won't do it because it looks heavily pregnant and swollen with eggs, so we'll put that back. So we'll put it back to spawn. A member of the cod family, these rocklings, and when we do get them and big enough to eat, they've got lovely firm white flesh and delicious. But while I'm here, I'll take off this invasive American slipper limpet to eat. There's one, and they grow on top of each other, so we'll knock the bottom one off as well. Okay, there's two, so we'll that's the meat to eat there, so we'll put them in there. It's on the way back to the car now before finishing the video. Keeping my eye open, see what we can find, and there's a nice little find, which is a lovely large native oyster. I'll turn the camera upside down so you can have a look at it. It's covered with sponges and various other forms of life, but I don't get many oysters here, so what I'll do, I'll leave this one there to breed. It looks quite old anyway, so hopefully it'll maybe spawn with the ones I've released earlier. Well, that's the end of my walk now, and thank you for watching. What I managed to get was, as you saw earlier, this lovely scallop and some nice periwinkles. But a few of these velvet swimming crabs, which is a good size, that's as big as they get, so delicious. And my main quarry today was the American slipper limpets. I hope you can see them. So we'll cook all this up later on at home, and it'll be a nice small meal. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you again. And if you like the video, please click the bell to subscribe and like, and I'll call Llew over now to see if he wants to say goodbye as well. Llew, here boy, come on in. There, good boy. Come on, Llew. There we are. Come on, Llew. There we are, Llew. Come on in. Come on in. There we are. There, good boy. Right, sit along, Llew. Sit along, Llew. Sit along. Llew. Llew, what's that, boy? What's that? Sit along. There, good boy. Right. He can't see the camera, but he's always grateful to come out for a walk. And don't forget, my courses are available now, and my website is www.coastalforaging.co.uk, and please visit the website, and I'll be grateful. See you next time. Bye. Bye.